found it. I could use an Avenger.
This is going to be fun.
In 5 days, the madness begins.
I don't even want to know!
Marvel's Doctor Strange. Days.
You're wondering what happens now.
The Illuminati will see you, Stephen.
Oh, that's something.
The multiverse will change you forever.
We will see what kind of Doctor Strange you are.
Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. Rated PG-13. Seen in premium large formats in IMAX. Only in theaters.
Stephen Strange.
The Illuminati will see you now. We will see what kind of Doctor Strange you are.
Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange. This Friday, nothing can prepare you
It's about time you showed up.
for the Multiverse of Madness.
You're welcome.
Marvel Studios' Doctor Strange.
Continuing our coverage for Multiverse of the Madness, aka Doctor Strange into the Multiverse of Madness. And yes, you read the title of this video correctly. Huge footage leaked by Marvel. I believe Marvel were the one to leak the footage, to leak all these images, because it's the only thing that makes sense. So yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Warstu here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel DC based content we do on this channel on the daily. Could subscribe, turn notifications on, comment, it helps the video grow. Also, if you want to see the face behind the voice looks like, just check us out on Instagram at Warstu. And if you could, follow us on Twitter at WarstuG. Right, let's get into it. So, I know what you're going to say. Why would Marvel leak it? Why wouldn't Marvel leak it? These rumors have been out there for months. Just look at the Spider-Man No Way Home incident. It turned out the Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire image that was leaked was pretty much part of the marketing. So recently, Kevin Feige said this during the press conference for this movie. The unfortunate truth is you don't, and therefore you need to make sure that the experience itself works. Regardless of what has been spoiled or not, we still do as good job as we can, and I think a lot of people are getting good at not spreading it. You know, somebody steals something, don't spread it around because it's just potentially lessens the experience. But in a lot of ways, for No Way Home showed that it didn't lessen the experience. So we will continue to do that the best we can. But the most important thing is delivering the movie or the shows that deliver regardless of what is going on. And as you guys know, you've followed Spider-Man No Way Home and all these kind of movies, that actually added hype. Had people not known that Andrew and Tobey were going to be in the movie, they probably wouldn't have went out and watched it. Even random, general, casual people knew Andrew and Tobey were in the movie. That's the only reason they went to see it. If you look at how much Far From Home made and look at how much No Way Home made, it makes complete sense. Now, why do I think this is a controlled leak? And it's worth saying, I read this from Murphy's Multiverse.com, very reliable source, very reliable website. Well, the press screeners have seen the first 20 minutes, which is literally the fight in New York and America Chavez getting to Strange. So what is leaked, careful for spoilers, I don't want to ruin your life, but you've already seen it, is the Illuminati is leaked. Although it's been in some of the trailers, Captain Carter with a jetpack, John Krasinski's, mirror image, I guess you could say, you could see him in the trailer slightly. You know what I'm on about. It is a controlled leak. They want people to know what is going on with these cameos, because now Mr. John K is trending on Twitter as the time of recording this video. So it makes sense. It's a controlled Marvel leak. I mean, sure, I'm with you. It sounds a little bit ludicrous. Why would Marvel leak their own movie? Well, because if people know these cameos are in it, certain fans from their franchises will come in it. So it's pretty much been confirmed by the leaks that your boy, okay, Warstu didn't make the final cut. He really didn't. But this is like maybe not 4K. It's 720p. It's too good. So we see Captain Carter, we see Black Bolt, and we see John Krasinski, who is most likely going to be directing the Fantastic Four movie now that John Watts has stepped down. And in an interview back in 2000, I don't know when it was, there was an interview going around, I'll tag it to start the video, video. So,
You are.
Would you have any interest in directing a Marvel film if the opportunity presented itself?
Wow, that's a cool idea. I mean, it's so interesting because Marvel, I'm such a huge fan of Marvel. I think they do their own, I mean, they have such a great formula. I mean, yeah, I'd jump in there. I mean, in Kevin I trust. That dude is not only the most talented guy, but the nicest guy. So yeah, whatever he wants, we discuss.
Chris from comicbook.com bringing the heat again. Interviewed John Kay in 2020 for The Quiet Place 2. Damn, I went to a press screener in central London at Pitch House for that. That feels like such a long time. And he asked John Kay, would you direct this movie if you had the opportunity? And I know who my money's on now. My money's on John Krasinski actually directing this movie. All of a sudden, John Watts has stepped down from doing Fantastic Four, directing it. But has he really just stepped down, or has the general audience just found out about it, the general public? Because he could have stepped down a long time ago, but not actually made it clear to the world that's actually what's going to happen. So there is some information going around about it's a little leak, saying initially denying the offer, John Kay is rumored to be back in negotiations to direct Fantastic Four. Sources speculate Mr. Kay is finally committed to joining Marvel Studios as a director and an actor as a result of John Watts potentially stepping down, but I really don't believe he did step down. So we know he's in the movie. You see him in the puddle. It's actually formed from his proper form without mirror neutrons. He's able to mimic other appearances, and we do see him in trailers, so they have revealed him. So I do believe, because this is leaked, the Black Bolt, the Captain Carter, the Mr. Fantastic scene will be in a trailer before the movie comes out, because yes, I believe the LA premiere is tonight and screeners all over are going to be happening all over the place, but no one's actually watched it yet. So there's no way, there is absolutely no way this could have got out unless it was a controlled in-house Disney leak. And I fully believe it was a Disney leak. It's gotta be. It's gotta make sense. There's no other way it could get out. It's not a case of a source, because it's not like a scooper. It's not like Don Campion leaked it like he did the Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire real images. It just makes sense that is going to be the case. And it's always worth saying, and it's pretty much confirmed now, Wanda and Mr. Fantastic have a brief sequence that combines multiple horror elements. The conflict between the two is comparable to Dr. Ock hospital scene from Spider-Man. I think Mr. Fantastic is going to get stretched. I think he's going to get stretched out. I really think he's going to get stretched out. So it is interesting. They did film multiple endings for this movie. No one actually knows the ending. It's fascinating that everyone knows every single thing about this movie, but no one knows the ending. No Twitter super duper scooper knows the ending. It's fascinating to me because everyone knows everything about this movie. Oh, Deadpool's not in this movie. But then you ask them about the ending and no one seems to know. So we have the final list of cameos that we know so far, which is Warstu as Wolverine, Patrick Stewart, Professor X, John Kay, Mr. Fantastic, Ustinma as Black Bolt, Haley Atwood, Captain Carter, Letitia Lynch as Captain Marvel, and Charlene Theron herself as Clea, allegedly. This is all allegedly because, yeah, sure, most of these have been confirmed. Professor X, Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, Haley Atwood, Tisha as Captain Marvel. But Clea has not been confirmed. But people keep saying that Clea is in the movie, and now you're getting the standard Twitter super duper scoopers going, yeah, I said John Kay was in the movie. All right, this is a Spider-Man No Way Home situation again, where everyone said Tobey and Andrew are in the movie, and now all the scoopers that said it, and I mean, to be honest, it came off Reddit. This is what I find funny about the scoop game. People think I'm a scooper. I just report stuff that I see and stuff that people send me, but I don't really care who got the confirmation or the affirmation for it. As far as I know, it came from Reddit. Reddit got the scoop, for sure, in my opinion. So are these leaks controlled? I don't know. Are they? It's fascinating because I get sent stuff all the time and it's really hard for me to go over everything. So the biggest question I get asked all the time is Iron Man going to be in this movie? I don't know. Is Iron Man going to be in this movie? So I was sent one plot leak and it did say the following. Strange and Chavez end up in a timeline where Tony Stark puts a suit of armor around the world. Chris Evans down briefly as President Steve Rogers in this universe. Tony Stark is not played by Robert Downey Jr. In this universe, he's played by a funny reveal, Tom Cruise. This version is a little insane. Not only does he claim to be a prophet, but he actually has 3 Infinity Stones. The way he is introduced mirrors the Green Goblin scene in Spider-Man, with Tom Cruise talking to the decapitation of Thanos of his world. Tom really gives it all the brief screen time. So, I don't know. Is he in it? We don't know. It is one of the most pinnacle points for the audience. I don't know why. The audience is so freaking freaking bothered, so really freaking bothered about Tom Cruise Iron Man being in this movie. So I can't actually show this in this video because I don't know if it's real or not, but I was sent an image of Professor X and Captain Carter, which looks pretty cool. So it looks like these two will be getting some screen time, and the Illuminati members won't just be cameo roles. They will have maybe like 5 or 10 minutes in this movie. Yes, I understand I haven't actually gone over much in this video, but I just wanted a discussion about, is it a controlled leak? Now, I do read the comments, and I know everyone's asking, what about Magneto? As far as I know, this movie is going to kind of introduce the X-Men, but don't be thinking you're going to get a Magneto store moment right at the end of the movie. It's going to open the door for everything in the multiverse of madness, but don't be expecting everything. Now, I keep getting questions, what about Deadpool? What about Warstu? Warstu, you keep saying there's a cameo role. Okay, look, I've shot the cameo roles, I've shot the extra parts, they just don't freaking use them, so I don't know what more to tell you. But let me know, guys, do you think this is a controlled leak? I think it's a controlled leak. It's got to be. And also, be careful, because the premiere is in LA tonight, and you know what Variety was like? They really did ruin that scene with Harry Styles, so I'd mute everything on social media tonight, because although they sign NDAs and non-disclosure agreements, you know someone's going to write a really long post on Reddit, or they're going to post it on Twitter, and then the movie will be ruined for yourself if you're that way inclined, because when I go and watch a movie, I really forget everything that I've said prior. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram if you want to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. Check us out on Twitter at WarstuG. I've got like 12 followers over there. I'm trying to get to 10,000 this year. That would be much appreciated. And subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Let's try and get this video to at least 1,000 likes and 500 comments. That will be much appreciated, guys. And I will catch you in another video very soon, guys. Catch ya later.